Alright, so before I start this video, all I want to say is thank you so much to everybody. This channel has seen unreal support in the last 2-3 days. We went from 9 subscribers to 18. That is so crazy. It's so heartwarming to see. We have 13 and a half watch time hours in total and almost 300 views across all of the videos. And I've seen comments, people saying oh, I'm with you on this journey. Good luck on this journey. Yeah, I'm so glad I can actually have somebody to start this journey with. It's such an amazing feeling, and I can't thank you enough. And it's not only thank you for supporting me, but also to these 18 people who have subscribed, to the 5 people who have commented that they're on the journey with me. I am now accountable for it, and I will not fail them. I will continue to meditate daily. I will continue to improve on myself so that I can spread, so that I can improve them hopefully also, so that I can tell them the tips from a beginner to a beginner, so that I can do what the whole goal of this channel was, and is to help others start out and crawl out of the hole I know so well. Or if I can't help them directly crawl out, at least guide them on what not to do and how I did it. So, let's get right into the video. Your expectations of yourself are way too high, and they're not allowing yourself to truly improve as much as you could in this self-improvement journey. Now, we get into self-improvement because we want to ask ourselves, how am I insufficient? What flaws have I been just avoiding and let pass because I don't want to change my life, because I'm scared of change, because everybody's scared of change. And how can I rectify this? Well, first of all, nobody's perfect. And nobody's self-sufficient or sufficient enough in the beginning because, nobody is flawless and it's completely normal. However, we can improve, but we must do so slowly. We have to aim up, but we can't aim too high. We have to aim low, with a low enough bar that is realistically attainable, because that is a detriment to all self-improvement. A bar that's way too high up. So quoting Jordan Peterson, let's say you've got a kid and you want this kid to improve. You don't set them a bar that's so high that's impossible to reach. You will take a look at the kid and you think, okay, this kid's got a set range of skills, and here's a challenge we can throw at him that exceeds their current level of skill, but gives them a reasonable probability of success. It's just like doing cardio for 10 minutes. You're not gonna go from a couch potato like I was to a marathon runner. You're gonna start running the first 30 seconds and then walking the other 9.5 minutes. Then the next day you're gonna run 45 seconds and walk the rest of the time. And for so on and so forth. The first minute you're gonna run, then you're gonna walk, etc., etc. However, this is often humiliating because we often forget how tedious and slow and humbling it is to start reaching our goals. And we always see people do these drastic changes in their lives on the news, on Instagram, on YouTube. And why do you think these stories sell? Why do you think they become so popular? Why do you think these people become millionaires selling their stories? Because they're extraordinary, they're out of this world, they're amazing, fantastic. But they're also addicting. You get this inspiration and false hope because, you think you're like them. And that one day you'll wake up and completely change your lifestyle and wake up with the body you've always wanted and get rid of all the addictions you have. And these stories are addicting because they give us this false hope. And then make you think that you don't need to start improving your life because one day you'll just wake up with an epiphany and say, that's it, my whole life is fixed. But that's not real life. That's not how things are. Nobody's coming to save you or me or anyone. But what is true, however, is that results compound. And I'll talk about the Matthew principle soon enough. So quoting Jordan Peterson again. So if someone says, I don't know how to start improving my life, I would say, you're not aiming low enough. There's something you could do that would result in an actual improvement, but it's not a big enough improvement for you, so you won't lower yourself enough to take the opportunity. Our unreal and high expectations of ourselves don't allow us to start meditating just 2 minutes a day, or to start reading a single page of a book that's about this size, which is what I did. Or allow us to go to the gym and start curling the girl-colored weights because you're ashamed of being at such a low level. And it's completely normal. There's also why some people, when they go on their self-improvement journey and come back the best version of themselves, they isolate themselves during the process. Not only because they need to focus on themselves, but they're also ashamed of people seeing them start out as their weakest selves. I didn't like to say I started meditating with just 2 minutes a day. I would love to say I started, first day of meditation, I did 3 hours. That's not what I did. I started with just 2 minutes. Now I'm doing 20 minutes. I never wanted to go to the gym, and I didn't go to the gym until I could do at least 20 push-ups. Push-ups I started doing in my room at night, as quiet as possible, because I didn't want anybody knowing I was doing them, because I considered myself weak, because I didn't like my body, I didn't like my arms, my chest. I won't tell anyone I started reading a single page of my book that's about this literal size every single day, because it's shameful, it's sad. It's sad to admit it. You'd love to just say you read a whole book the first day you really set your mind to it, but that's not how it works. There is no glory in these achievements in our mind. There's shame. We feel ashamed of them. They make us feel bad because we see so many people doing these amazing, drastic changes in their lives, and yet here we are just reading a single page of a book, which takes 30 seconds. Or we could be devoting 30 minutes or an hour. We feel bad that we can't even do 20 push-ups. We can only do 1.5, an assisted one with our knees. Because either we or our family has set way too high expectations on us. Expectations that not only we will eventually fulfill, because we all have the true capacity within us, but it's gonna take time. It's a very slow, tedious, and humbling process all the way up there. So you have to remember that. Following the Matthew principle and quoting Jordan Peterson, as you start to fail, you will fail more and more rapidly, which is very pessimistic. However, when you look at the opposite side of the spectrum, this also means that as you start to succeed, you will succeed more and more rapidly. And so, every time you take an incremental step in a very long journey, in a very hard journey. Just like in the gym, self-improvement is pretty much a parallel. 1 more minute of meditation, 0.5 pound more of weight added, 0.5 page more read, 1 more push-up, even if assisted with your knees. These are all results that will eventually compound, and do this every day for like 2 to 3 years at least, and you'll reach the person you want to be. The first month, you'll realize you are much more capable of what you thought you could. First year, you're gonna feel so proud of yourself, you're never gonna want to look back, and you're gonna keep improving yourself, because I know it, because we all have that within us. And I know that if you're watching this video up until this point, you really want to improve. And I know I'm no role model or perfect being who can, well, tell you what to do, but I'm a beginner like you. And I want to help people crawl out of this hole, the hole I have been in for a long time. And if I can't help them directly, at least guide them on where not to go, or what not to do at least. I love you so much. Please remember, somebody out there cares for you. Somebody out there loves you. You can always talk to anybody. You can even talk to me if you want. And yeah, hope you have an amazing day. You fulfill all your goals. And don't forget to just breathe, relax. It's all gonna be fine.